Right. So just collate those figures, pop them in the post to marketing, and Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, Alex, and when you're done, just mail me the final deck. We need to get our ducks in a row before the presentation.
So imagine this. You land your dream job at a big international company. It's brilliant, right? The only problem is half the team is from the UK, like me, and the other half is from the US, like Adam here.
And you think your English is pretty good until you suddenly can't figure out what's going on. Your boss is talking about his uncle, your colleague is obsessed with ducks, and you have a terrible feeling that if you don't get this sorted out fast, you're going to be for the chop, whatever that means.
That might sound like a workplace nightmare, but it's an incredibly common problem for English learners. The truth is, British and American English can feel like two totally different languages. But don't you worry.
Today, we're going to master 50 of the most confusing words that separate the US and the UK. By the end of this episode, you'll be navigating any international office with total confidence, and you'll never have to worry about being for the chop again. Let's get into it.
All right, let's jump into that first big challenge, the office. This is where the confusion really kicks in, with everyday items and simple requests turning into total mysteries.
Let's break down the first set of words.
Our story started with this classic. In the UK, you put something in the post. So when a British boss says pop it in the post, they just mean send it.
And in the US, you put it in the mail. Simple, once you know the code. When you applied for your job, you sent in a document listing your experience. In the US, that's a resume.
Whereas in the UK, that's a CV, which stands for curriculum vitae. They're pretty much the same thing, just with a different name. I'm always chatting about my upcoming holiday.
While my co-workers and I are always planning our next vacation. It's the same thing, time off work. So whether you're going on holiday or vacation, I hope you have a great time.
Oh, this one causes so much trouble. In the UK, the floor at street level is the ground floor. The one above that is the first floor.
But in the US, the street level floor is the first floor. So if your meeting is on the first floor, you better know who you're talking to or you'll end up in the wrong meeting.
And how do you get up to that floor? In the UK, you'd take the lift.
In the US, you'd take the elevator. It's the exact same machine. This is one of the most famous examples of the language divide.
In the UK, a group of workers is often called the staff. For instance, the staff are in a meeting. Notice we treat it as a plural.
In the US, the more common term is employees. The employees are in a meeting. We also sometimes use staff, but usually treat it as a singular noun, like the staff is in a meeting.
When I'm writing an email, I might tell someone, end that sentence with a full stop.
And I would say, put a period at the end. Same little dot, different name.
If I ask you to pop a meeting in my diary, I'm not asking you to write in a secret journal full of my personal thoughts.
Right? In the UK, a diary is simply what an American would call a schedule or a calendar. A pretty crucial difference when you're trying to book appointments. Okay, this one is genuinely dangerous because it means the exact opposite thing. In American English, to table something means to postpone the discussion, maybe forever.
Whereas in British English, to table something means to put it on the table for discussion right now. So if you're in a meeting, you need to be very, very careful with this verb. If a British person loses their job because their role isn't needed anymore, they're made redundant.
In the US, the common term is being laid off. Both are tough situations, but the vocabulary is different.
And just like that, we're 10 words in. Honestly, Adam, I'm already exhausted just thinking about how confusing this must be.
It's a lot. But don't worry, everyone. We're here to guide you. If you can master these office terms, you're well on your way. Stick around because we still have 40 more words to go. And believe me, they get even stranger.
That's right. Shall we carry on with the next few from the office? I might mention The deadline is a fortnight from today. A fortnight is just a period of 2 weeks. It's a word you hear all the time in the UK.
But you'll almost never hear it in the United States. We just say 2 weeks.
At a work lunch, when it's time to pay, my team will ask for the bill.
And my team will ask for the check. If you're in a London restaurant and ask for the check, they'll know what you mean. But bill is the local term.
Now, here's a word that can cause some serious embarrassment. In a British office, if you make a mistake in pencil, you ask for a rubber.
In an American office, you ask for an eraser. Please be careful with this one. In the US, a rubber is common slang for a condom. Asking your American colleague for a rubber is going to get you a very, very strange look.
Both words mean someone you work with. But colleague is heard much more often in British English.
While coworker is the go-to term in American English. They're interchangeable, but using the local favorite will help you blend in.
If the company needs legal help, my boss will talk to a solicitor.
And my boss will call a lawyer or an attorney. While there are technical differences in each country's legal system, this is the general vocabulary you'll run into. Okay, you survived the morning, but now you're facing a new challenge: the lunch break. This place is a minefield of confusing food words.
Let's see if we can help you order something without sparking an international incident. In the UK, those thin, salty potato slices in a bag are called crisps.
In the US, they're called chips. This is probably one of the most famous food differences out there.
So, if those are crisps, what are chips in the UK? They're the thick, hot potato sticks you get with fish.
What Americans call French fries, or just fries. So the famous fish and chips in the UK becomes fish and fries in the US.
If I want something sweet with my coffee, I'll have a biscuit, which is a sweet, crunchy, baked treat.
In the US, that's a cookie. But, and this is a big but, an American biscuit is a savory, fluffy, scone-like roll, often served with gravy for breakfast. Very, very different.
For sugary treats in general, the British term is sweets. You'd visit a sweet shop in London.
In the US, it's all called candy. You'd visit a candy store in New York.
You know that big purple vegetable? In the UK, it's an aubergine, a word that comes from French.
In the US, it's an eggplant. I have no idea why we called it an eggplant, but the name stuck.
Here's another vegetable divide. That green, cucumber-like squash is a courgette. In the UK, another word from French.
In the US, it's a zucchini, which comes from Italian. Both are delicious, and both are confusing.
In the UK, the fruity spread you put on toast is called jam.
In the US, this is often called jelly.
So what is jelly in the UK? It's that wobbly, fruity dessert that children love.
In the US, this is almost always known by the brand name Jell-O. So if an American offers you jelly for your toast, don't expect it to wobble.
After a long day, you might want to grab some food to eat at home. In the UK, you'd get a takeaway.
In the US, you'd get takeout, yay. Same idea, different word.
This one is messy. In the UK, a carbonated drink is simply a fizzy drink.
In the US, it could be soda, pop, or in some parts of the South, just Coke, used as a generic name for any fizzy drink. Soda is probably the most widely understood American term.
The place at work or school where you can get a cheap meal is the canteen in the UK.
In the US, this is a cafeteria.
That peppery green leaf you often get in a salad? In the UK, it's called rocket.
In the US, it's known as arugula. It's another case of the UK borrowing from French and the US borrowing from Italian.
This herb is a hot topic. In the UK, both the leaves and the seeds of the plant are called coriander. So you'd ask for more coriander in your curry in the UK.
In the US, the leaves are called cilantro from Spanish, while the seeds are called coriander. So you'd order extra cilantro in your tacos in America. Technically, these are different animals, but in the food world, the words are often used for the same thing. Generally speaking, American English prefers shrimp,
and British English prefers prawn. In the UK, pudding can be a general word for the sweet course at the end of a meal. It can also mean a specific dish, like sticky toffee pudding.
What Americans would just call dessert. In the US, pudding is only that specific soft, creamy dessert. The workday is over, but the language lessons aren't. Now you have to figure out the world outside the office, from clothes to cars.
This is where things can get even more confusing. This one is a big deal. In the UK, the things you wear on your legs are called trousers.
In the US, they're called pants. That seems simple enough until you learn the next one.
In British English, pants means underwear. So if you tell a British person you like their pants, you're complimenting their undergarments.
Trust me, this has led to so many hilarious and deeply awkward misunderstandings.
That warm knitted thing you wear in the winter? In the UK, it's a jumper.
In the US, it's a sweater. Same exact piece of clothing.
Those athletic shoes you wear to the gym or just for walking around are called trainers in the UK.
In the US, they're called sneakers.
If you need to buy medicine, you'd go to the chemist in the UK.
In the US, you'd head to the pharmacy or drugstore.
The most popular sport on the planet, the one played by kicking a round ball, is called football in the UK and most of the world.
In the US, to avoid confusion with our own American football, it is called soccer.
Where do you leave your car? In the UK, it's a car park.
In the US, it's a parking lot.
Let's talk car parts. The metal cover over the engine at the front of the car is the bonnet,
In the US, it's the hood.
and the storage space at the back of the car? That's the boot in British English.
Americans call this the trunk.
A huge vehicle for moving goods is a lorry in the UK.
In the US, it's a truck. We've covered objects, food, and clothes. But now we've reached the final boss: idioms and expressions.
These are phrases where the literal meaning makes absolutely no sense. Let's decode the final 10. In the UK, are you all right? Or even just all right? Is a standard greeting. It just means, hello, how's it going?
But in the US, asking this suggests you think something is wrong. An American might respond with a confused, "Yeah, I'm fine. Why?" Here's another dangerous one. In the US, if someone says, "I'm pissed," it means they are very angry.
In the UK, it means they are very drunk. The phrase pissed off means angry in both places. So if you want to be safe, just use that one.
This one has one of the most dramatic differences in meaning. In American English, to knock someone up is very informal slang for getting someone pregnant.
Whereas in British English, to knock someone up simply means to wake them up by knocking on their door. This is not one you want to get wrong. Ever. If a British person is chuffed to bits, they are super happy or delighted about something.
An American might say they're thrilled to death or over the moon. It's a really positive and fun expression.
If someone has lost the plot, it means they've gone a bit crazy, gotten angry and irrational, or just aren't making sense anymore.
An American might say that person has gone off the rails or lost their mind.
Hey, that's the one from our opening. Bob's your uncle is a classic British phrase that just means, and there you have it, or it's as simple as that. You say it at the end of a set of simple instructions.
And now we know Bob is not, in fact, anyone's actual uncle in this context.
A spanner is the British word for a tool an American would call a wrench. So our idiom is to throw a spanner in the works.
And the American version is to throw a wrench in the works. Both mean to do something that suddenly ruins a plan.
If someone is full of beans, it just means they're lively, energetic, and enthusiastic. It has absolutely nothing to do with food. We'd probably just say someone is full of energy. And finally, the phrase that had our friend Alex so worried. If a person or a project is for the chop, it means they're about to be eliminated, fired, or cut.
It's a casual way of saying your job is on the line.
Okay, number 50 isn't one word, but a whole pattern. You'll notice spelling differences everywhere. British English often uses dash R in words like color and flavor.
While American English uses dash or color, flavor.
British English uses dash re in words like center.
While American English uses dasher center.
And British English often likes dash ISE, organize.
While American English prefers dash IZE. Just being aware of these little differences will make your writing look so much more professional.
So there you have it. 50 of the most common, confusing, and let's be honest, hilarious differences between British and American English. As you can see, the language is always changing. But the good news is that people are usually really understanding.
Think back to Alex, totally overwhelmed on his first day. By learning these key differences, he now gets that his boss wasn't talking about a long lost relative, but just meant it's simple. He knows that asking for a rubber in the New York office is a terrible idea.
He's no longer for the chop. He's thriving. And look, understanding these differences isn't just about avoiding an awkward moment. It's about really connecting with people and communicating clearly.
It turns what feels like a weakness into a professional superpower. If you learned a new word today, do us a favor and hit that like button. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our next episode.
All right, now I have a question for you. What is the most confusing British or American word you have ever heard? Let us know in the comments below.
We can't wait to read your stories. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.